Are we on live? I think we do. Okay. What's going on, guys? You think you got hired within the bunch? No. But you're actually getting fired among the bunches. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. This is Hire Bunch of Fire Bunch. Okay. Music up. I'm glad that we are back on our live stream. This is like a flash live stream because I didn't post anything on the on my community, and there's no predictions, no like schedule review and all that. So this is just like I would say that suddenly or spontaneous. Yes, spontaneous live stream. And again, welcome back to my channel. I was actually planning to do this content. Today's we're gonna review some of my recordings from my own interviews from the past. Okay, like if you remember from my very early days when I was first started with my my videos. I believe one of the early ones that I was talking about, okay, where I did interviews in the US, which state, what cities, and whatnot. So today I'm actually going to share a couple of recordings. Of course, that's been permitted, but I did a little bit editing. I think I edit out the names and I edit speed up so you won't actually have the actual voice of the people who appeared during these recordings. And of course, the company's name, place name, and also the names of some of the industries and some terminology that I think I did took them off, but hopefully I did. Otherwise, I'll just stop playing it. So I believe in this way, you guys will understand, okay, what I was talking about through the years about techniques and tricks and hacks when we, when we learn together in different videos on my episodes on how to apply whatever I told you guys to, but of course, not to. Yeah, that's important. So so let's see. Let me get all right, that's my channel. Welcome to my channel. Let's see. Okay, let's see. I hope I have my background music on. Yep. I think I do. Yep. Here we go. Music on. Everything's on. All right. Okay, so first of all, I want to get you guys the so I have 3 of them. One is where I had a really absurd phone call interview. I wouldn't even say that's an interview, right? And I have this example in one of my previous really early interview videos where I was talking about the employers got an awkward moment, or the employers or the interviewers actually had a mistake, right? I call it bloopers. And the second one I had is the recording that I did back in the days. I interviewed a foreign company. It was a French company. So I'm going to show you guys how you deal with global interview or long distance interview, and when the interviewers doesn't have or I would say whose first language was not English. Okay, and the third one was a really good one where I did actually got an offer right after the interview. So I'm just gonna show you guys how a successful interview that are helping you land a job offer would look like. Okay, so let me check. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Yeah, we're on live. No, I was just trying to see the... Try to see that. Oops. Oops, 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 oops. Here we go. Okay, so... Alright, you guys ready? Okay, first of all, it's a company in the state that I used to live in. Okay, so... Let's do that.
Yes.
She doesn't have anything scheduled with you today. Was it possibly someone else?
Alright, so... this lady is actually not the interviewer that I was going to call to. But this is somebody else who picked up the phone. I guess initial call there wasn't nobody picked up. So this lady, I think she was either a secretary or admin personnel. So she picked up the phone when I was calling. Of course, nobody picked up the phone, so she did it. And then this is a conversation between me and her, but not with the interviewer.
That's weird.
Here.
No, it's for her, Miss...
I took out the name.
Okay, there's
Richmond, yeah.
Richmond.
Okay, you got the name.
Yeah, I sent her an email
and
a couple of days ago, and this is just a follow-up call for her.
Right.
But you had a conference call scheduled with her today at 10? She did not have that listed. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
No problem.
Anybody else that I could possibly check with them?
No problem. I can follow up with her on the email if that's
Okay.
if that's a preferred way to do that. That's fine.
I can put you through to her voicemail.
Oh, that's
She's in a meeting right now.
yeah, sure. That's
All right.
perfect. That's
Hold on
perfect.
just one moment, please.
Thank you.
Please leave your name and a message. You may start your message now. Press 0 to return to the attendant.
Hey, morning, Miss. Calling you at 10 o'clock a.m. Central Time. As I indicated, I would.
Okay, so just for your notes, this is me leaving a voicemail to this lady who was supposed to interview me at the 10 o'clock that day, but I mean somehow she missed it, or she didn't tell her gatekeeper or whatever who that person is. But it's it was really a upset moment.
The email that I sent you several days ago with my resume regarding to the position that you were looking for hiring. You know, I have document success for the engineering industry as a consulting engineering group for several years, and I'm also having, you know, a couple years experience in project management and project control. So I believe I'll be definitely a value added to your company as well as the consulting engineering team. And also the chances are, you know, if I am not a good fit for the team, I probably have a better person in my network that fit for this position. So basically, I'll call you as a follow-up on the Wednesday.
All right, so the next things, you know, basically I was talking about who, when, and what day I will be following up with her and making another phone call. So clearly statement to show that my definitive or defamations of or definitive action, proactions and actions, right? This is what you need to show them. So yeah, so this is this is the first interview recording that I want to show you guys, just to showcase what would what if your interview, especially phone interview, went wrong, and what you should do to make up the situation, and trying to make over for the new opportunity for your interview with the same employer, if that works. This actually, well, after this, the lady actually called me, right? She actually landed up the call. I do actually spoke to her. Yeah, but there was something happened in the company. People left right and left, and it was it wasn't turning good. But you know what? Example, it is example. You know, here to just show you what could a interview blooper look like? Okay. All right. So now we are on the second interview. All right. So here we go.
I'm sorry. I was just trying.
Okay. So first of all, this is going to be a long one. But I'm trying to make it like 15-20 minutes. This is the France. Yeah, the company is in France. And I was actually speaking to this lady, again, another lady, who's actually in their New York branch office. I believe she had been there for only a couple months from France. So her first language is not English, but of course France. You can tell that during our conversation. And then I think because this is the branch office is their first appearance or presentation in the US. So she most of the time she introduced me their company, what their company do, and how things happen in New York in terms of their branch office, right? And also asking I was also asking a little question about their company because I actually didn't hear about them before this interview. So that's how it was. And of course, and also another question about our resume and backgrounds. And I took off some of the sensitive names, terminology, so that you guys don't need to Google this this young lady and the company. But yeah, here we go.
Desperately to find an empty room, so
a quiet place.
Have a quiet place to.
That's pretty good.
Interviews. Thank you very.
Yeah, she had to find a quiet conference room so we can talk actually without interference. But later on, you'll see what happened.
Very much. How have you been?
Yeah, I'm good. You're speaking French, right?
Yes, I mean, ACOS is initially a French company, and I was born and raised in France.
Okay.
And I moved in the US now 7 months ago because I get the opportunity to join the team to extend our activities here. So yeah.
That's good. I guess in French I should say bonjour, mademoiselle.
Yes, exactly. I mean, did you learn French at school?
No, I actually didn't. I just watch a lot of movies, like our actors speaking French, some English. So
okay,
yeah,
okay, and it's cool. I mean, you're watching this movie, the original version, and just like adding subtitles, so it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah, you know the drill.
But you have like a good pronunciation and everything, so it's cool. So just to introduce myself very quick, and as I said, I started working in France. I started working at the beginning as a mechanical engineer.
Okay, great.
Because I have a mechanical engineering master's degree, and after that, because I was more business oriented, I decided to do an additional master's degree in international business and management, and I joined ICOS as a business engineer. So I started working in France as a business engineer, and after that, I came in the US.
Oh wow! You said you were chemical or mechanical?
Mechanical.
Okay.
You are.
Okay. It's actually I think it was a harder part.
Sorry.
I mean, for mechanical, I think it's harder for me because I really don't lead in the physics part.
Honestly, it was hard, but the fact that I wasn't like passionate by mechanical studies, so it was like even harder for me because when you don't really like you're not like enjoying what you're studying, it's like harder to learn. So,
all right, good to know.
But I learned a lot. So if you agree, I can at first give you more details about our company, kind of ongoing project we have, kind of companies we are working with, and answer to your question about our company. And after that, I will give you the floor in order to know more about your previous experiences and what your career wishes would be in short time.
Sure, yeah. Actually, I would love to learn more. I did a little research about,
Yes,
it's pretty interesting
you can say
company.
both. I mean, it's okay.
Yeah.
So just to save time, I mean, you said that you browse our website, right?
Yeah, there are a lot of interesting things. well, do you want to lead or I can?
No. I mean, I'm just like very interested to know what kind of information caught your attention, and I would be glad to complete the missing information or to detail it.
Yeah, sure. I think right now, from what I'm understanding, your company has two priorities. One is the specialization in railway engineering, construction, proposal, design, and construction for railway. Let me ask you this. So you mean
Yes.
there's more constructions going on in railway markets in Europe?
No, I'm saying that nowadays the railway field is like more developed than the energy one. We have like more ongoing projects in railway than energy, because of course our first expertise was in railway.
Yes.
So this sector is like more developed than the energy one.
Oh, okay.
So that's why. But yes, we have a lot of construction projects right now in Europe, especially in France, in Spain, in Italy, because they are trying to modernize and extend several train lines, and we are involved in these projects.
So getting more public transportations.
Exactly.
And I would say getting those transportation more like energy conservative.
Yes, because for instance, we are developing a lot of different kind of tramways.
Yeah.
Which are more respectful regarding the environment than other kinds of transportation mode. So
Oops,
that's
sorry.
why. No, it's okay. Don't worry.
It's the mowing machine outside.
All right. This is definitely not the way you should go when you do. Oh, by the way, this interview was on Zoom. So this is definitely something you were not supposed to do. The background noise. If you're wondering, no, it's not coming from my room right now that I'm live streaming to you guys, but it was in the background where I was sitting for this interview. So when you do interview like Zoom or teleconference, hey, just pick up a really quiet environment, no noise. Okay, all right, here we go.
I'm living in the country area, so it happens.
Don't worry at all. I
Okay.
completely understand. So
All
don't
right.
worry. So yeah, we are developing a lot of different kind of transportation mode, less consumer energy speaking related to
Okay.
energy.
Yeah, that sounds interesting. I'm actually my current job is I'm helping a startup company. They have several technology patents for
Okay.
I would say in research and study in electrochemical membranes. But the point here is I'm helping them to transfer those patents into prototypes that assembly a system to help either military or household to do seawater desalination.
Okay.
And that's one of the projects I'm leading now. The other one is I lead a project using the same membrane technology, but assembly a different system to be as a dehumidifier, or you can say dryer, using the membrane technology to dry the air or to dry the system inside of air conditioner. We actually conjuncted with Haier, the General Electric appliances company. We have this project conjuncted with them. It might not be the same area that you guys are working on, but
No, but don't worry about that.
Yeah.
I mean, I was as I mentioned to you before, we're able to work at every step of the B model of a project, starting from specification definition to
Right.
commissioning and maintenance.
yes.
So when I saw your resume, I was interested in exchanging with you because you have safety knowledge
Oh yeah.
and health and security knowledge. So also related to the environment. So that's why I would like to know more about your safety experience
Okay.
in the previous experiences you had.
Okay, sure. I can do it now. So, I I had basically I worked on larger scale projects, capital projects for my previous experience. Okay, just 1 second. I'll let this guy pass.
No worries, no worries.
So basically, I was working on automation safety systems for OSHA. It's a
of course, OSHA.
Yes. So
Man, I guess you guys want to drop this part. Okay, let me try. I think there is a part that I we were talking about let me see.
For CO2 procurement.
2 years ago, and
hold on.
And do you have any preferences in terms of the?
Hold on. Here we go.
I would say conflicts with the Department of Energy. So I'm currently basically part-time. Most time I'm working from home to help the company with their patents and also paperwork for funding. So I think I'm still open to more challenges. So I'm pretty sure it's a very good timing for me to look around, especially someone like you guys is looking for more helps from local markets, and maybe, hey, there I am.
And do you have any preferences in terms of the field of expertise? I mean, are you more interested in working as a safety person, or do you prefer to work more on the design review to work on? Do you have any preferences in terms of activities?
I don't really have because as in the past few years, I especially with Jacobs and KBR, I've worked on different projects for different industries or different clients from different facades. So I would say I am prepared for different situations. For ECOS, maybe you can tell me more about your priority right now in the US or somewhere else as well.
Okay, so first of all, because we keep growing, we opened 2 years ago our first subsidiary here in New York. So,
you did?
2 years ago, and we opened 2 more branches last summer in Canada this time. So one in Toronto, another one in Montreal. And all the North American subsidiaries are very connected. I mean, we are working very closely to each other. And the goal of these 3 subsidiaries is the same: is to develop the railway activities here in North America. We haven't started working on any energetic projects because we really want to stay focused on the railway field. To start.
Yeah.
So to answer to your question, first of all, our goal is to become a mature market as we already are in Europe. We would like to do the same here in North America, so in the United States and in Canada as well. Secondly, we would like to get involved in every kind of railway everywhere in the US, not only in the East Coast, because
okay, so I guess you probably noticed she also had background noise. Let's get back to that.
Because we really want to stay focused on 2 years ago, and we opened 2 more branches last summer in Canada this time. So one in Toronto, another one in Montreal. And all the North American subsidiaries are very connected. I mean, we are working very closely to each other. And the goal of these 3 subsidiaries is the same: is to develop the railway activities here in North America. We haven't started working on any energetic projects because we really want to stay focused on the railway field to start.
Yeah.
Right.
So to answer to your question, first of all, our goal is to become a mature market as we already are in Europe. We would like to do the same here in North America, so in the United States and in Canada as well. Secondly,
you hear that?
We would like to get involved in
so she also had
everywhere in the US, not only in the East Coast, because so far we are extending
okay, so
our
this is her basically talking about the company. I don't think you guys are interested.
Signaling.
I'm interested. ECOS will provide
choice
down the road in the next 3 years that I'm interested in, and at the same time, it's
at the signaling branch we just wanna.
It's sometimes it's.
At the signaling branch we just wanna develop.
She has asked something.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's very good. I can see there's a lot of common overlaps between your.
Oh, never mind.
Did you just start a few days ago, or have you been looking for a new opportunity for?
It's give me more exposure to.
So would you be open to relocate, or would you?
Hold on.
I see more opportunities right there. Like you said, not only you have design.
Okay, there that was talking about I think she was asking, what do you think about the company? What do you think? What did I think about the projects and whatever's going on right now? So I'm just talking about, hey, there's more opportunities and blah 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 blah. And the next question, she's gonna ask about relocation, which I do believe I have a episode that I have mentioned. Relocation. Let's see. I am literally searching my own videos on my own channel. What irony. International students. Oh, here we go. Problem was relocation. Let's mute. Yeah. So this episode, I was talking about relocation stuff. And man, I missed the good old days. What to do, get prepared for company research, location, of course. Yada yada yada. Okay. Let's see what she said.
Works, but also safety management, project controls, project management, as well as business development.
Just hold on. Hold on a little bit.
That's basically what I have researched and studied about. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Oh, you can't tell that because you don't know the other company I have interviewed with.
No, don't worry. Okay. In terms of mobility, so would you be open to relocate, or would you like to stay in Delaware?
Yeah, I'm open to relocate. I'm open to travels. I actually did several travels last year. I went to Canada and went to China. You've been in China, right? I kind of stalked in your LinkedIn. Sorry about that.
Yeah. No, of course. I mean, LinkedIn is here for that, so don't worry at all.
How was it?
Honestly, it was, I think, one of the best experiences I had in my entire life.
You're not lying, right?
No, seriously, because it was my first time going in China. It was like back maybe I think that it was 8 years ago, something like this. And I didn't expect like anything from this. It was an internship, so I didn't expect anything from this internship. I was like excited to discover China, but not like that much because I didn't have any idea of what China would be. And honestly, it was like really, really nice because I discovered so many different people with a different culture set of mine. And I learned a lot from them. I was in Yangzhou. I don't know if you know this city or not. It's like 4 hours far from Shanghai. Okay. And I mean, it's still a big city, but for people, it's like countryside because no one is speaking English over there. Maybe now it's like different, but 10 years ago, no one was speaking English. And I took like 2 years of Chinese lessons, so I was able to like talk to them like a little bit and understand like the basics. But it was like very complicated, and but it was a very nice experience. I mean, these people were exchanging a lot. They were sharing a lot with us, even if we had like the a linguistic barrier.
Okay.
And I mean, but it was like based on the truth and like real relations. So yeah, I learned a lot. It was also a nice immersion in business environment because I worked there as a we can say I was trying to improve their like sales performance. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it was really nice. Honestly,
Great.
Are you like from China, if I may ask?
Yeah, I was.
Okay, so here I am. By answering her question about relocation, I did actually ask a question. So I was asking her her travel experience for, I think, for her first internships and stuff in China. So, you know, I'm just trying to test, or I should say, I'm trying to understand their dynamics about traveling and relocation in this company, so I can have a clear answer later on. Maybe that's something you guys need to think about, right? Not just only answering a question, but answering a question with asking another questions. Okay, so let's get to the next part.
Something bad happens for the market.
Let me see.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
So,
I'll type his name to you.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I saw it. Thank you very much.
Sure.
Importance to exchanging with each member of this group,
Okay.
even if we're like 700, and you will start working on the project.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we didn't mention this point, but are you familiar with consultancy? I know that you work within Jacob, so I guess that you will be asked to go for a second round if the return is positive.
No. It's Mr. Jim.
Okay.
All right.
So,
I'll type his name to you.
thank you very much. Yeah, I saw it. Thank you very much.
Sure.
Okay,
So,
next question.
just to explain you the rest of the recruitment process. Today we had the first interview. You will get a return from us within 2 weeks.
Sure.
Return.
If the return is positive,
I
it
think she
means
mean-
that we think that we are able to find you a project which could fit you.
Okay.
So after getting this return from us, you will be asked to go for a second round if the return is positive. Okay?
Okay.
It's going to be an exchange, not like a technical meeting or anything. And after this second interview, we will be able to know exactly what kind of project we will be able to identify the right project for you, because
Okay.
we will be able to go deeper into details in your previous experiences. You will get a second point of view about our company, so it's really important for you as well.
Yes.
So this is her telling me like how the next step will be. It will be a second round interview. She said exchange, but it's more like communication. So basically, I'll be talking to another person, probably more higher up position, and you know, we'll go back and forth about my background and the company backgrounds, and see if there's a lineup to alignment between the two, and then eventually they'll find whether or not they would be able to find a job that suits my backgrounds and hire me. So that's how it was.
And after the second meeting, if we think that we finally find the right project, we will try to set up the technical meeting with the client as soon as possible.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So you will meet the client, get more information about the specific project and position. We will mention you before. And after that, after this technical meeting, if both of you are
Okay, so
interested in
that's
working together,
that.
And I definitely doesn't have it, but I have control experience and
Intros.
working on some internal project, because we have our different kind of team building events, sport events. We're like.
All right, guys. I think that's enough for now. So the later on, I got the second round exchange, if that's what she meant. I did land the second round interview, where I was in New York, in their branch office. We had a meeting room. I met their manager, so the guy that was a little bit higher up than this lady, right? So I met him, I talked about my background, and it didn't end up well because they could not find a project that suited my backgrounds, which I kind of hinted in the first 10 minutes in this interview that you guys just listened. I was talking about, hey, look, chemical, mechanical, different engineering disciplines, whatever. But she still insisted that, I'm a good match. Okay, whatever. You are the people hired, not me. If you decided, I'm good. So I just go with the flow, and I went with the flow. I went to New York. Didn't end up well. But in New York, I wasn't actually rejected. I was just told, the same old story. Hey, we'll keep you in the loop in about 1 or 2 weeks. I did follow up in about 2 weeks. The guy didn't respond. And, didn't respond with a decision. But in the next few weeks, I was getting busy with other companies' interviews. So I basically forgot about it. And I think after a month or so, I remember I went to New York. So I was like, hey, what's going on? And yeah. So that's pretty much this French interview. That's what I called. But it was pretty interesting when you're talking to somebody who's from overseas, representing the companies who is in overseas country. That's how it felt. I did actually also interview a Japanese company, but I gotta try to find that recording if I could. Okay, so the next one I'm going to show you guys. Whew, that's been a long, right? Is the one that I got offered. Yeah. I know you want it. So is the one that I got offered, and this is a company in Chicago area, somewhere like that. It's not in the city though, but I did actually fly out over there, and I met the people, and then that and we sit in his office for a while. He was talking about, we had an initial interview on the phone, which I do believe I put in one of my previous episodes. You guys can go ahead check it. I'll show it later in this live stream. But yeah, we did sit down face to face. He showed me a lot of project stuff. We go through. It was a great interview. One of the greatest interview that I ever had, because the conversation was smooth. My background matches, our chemistry kicked up really well. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get this job offer, which I did, but something happened later. I'll tell you later. But first of all, let's see. Okay. Oh, by the way, this is a recording in like face-to-face interview. So I don't have the microphone, but it's on my cell phone, but it's a little bit fuzzy. But yeah, you know, just a heads up.
And I'm sure you read about it in the news, or you can see it in the news, but it's not where we want to be right now. Okay. So, and we've gone over a lot of the stuff, what we do here, and just kind of bring it up to you and show you maybe on GIS. More picture to it.
This manager is okay. This guy I was talking to, he will be the to-be hiring manager. He's the hiring manager, and he will be my boss when I got the offer, and he will be my supervisor as well. This is an engineer position in Illinois and Chicago areas. I think it's south of Chicago. It's kind of like suburb, but well, and we were talking about the details, engineering stuff. I'm not supposed to disclose as much as possible, but he was showing me some drawings, some logs, some designs. So yeah, let's get the first couple minutes, and I'll skip.
So these are the 8 states we operate in, and in Illinois, everything that's highlighted here is it's just the way they set the GIS up. You can click on any state. I mean, I can click on PA, or I can click on Illinois, and you just scroll across the whole country. So it's kind of crazy how they do that. But it is what it is. I don't know why that other sheet. This is really more of a throwback, I think, too. But as you can see here, we focus primarily in Northeast Illinois, We do have a little system here, Oak Run, which is northwest of Peoria, so it's about a little over 3 hours away from here, so it's, don't get to it very often.
Okay.
One of our areas is what we call East Central. We don't call it Southern because it's in the middle of the state, and if we called it Southern and we got something down here, this would be like really far southern.
Not covered, yeah.
So anyway, Danville does manage a couple of these small satellite systems. We have Philo and Indianola. This is actually Philo. Philo gets water from Champaign. There's a water transmission main that runs all the way down. We actually purchase water from American Water, which is our largest competitor. Indianola is a small well system down here. Just very teeny tiny system.
Yeah.
But, sometimes don't sail and that's what's by. But Danville is, it's larger than Kankakee. I want to say it's about 32,000 people down there. The demographics are very similar. They're both low to middle class as far as population goes. Danville's not. In fact, if
Not too challenged.
you leave the office by the back street, there's usually a prostitute walking the street back there any given time of day or night.
My.
East Danville also does manage Oak Run. So again, this is a small system. Just to give you an example of different challenges different systems. Yeah, it's a recreational lake for the most part.
Interesting.
And you'll notice all these little mini fjords here. So there's a lot of dead ends, a lot of cul-de-sacs, a lot of long streets with no customers on it, or very few, which presents a lot of different challenges.
Okay.
So this is a system that it's actually the crappiest water we have in the state. It's just the aquifer. Every community in that area has really bad water. But just to show you some of the different challenges we have, this one, there's high sulfates in the water, so it tastes like seawater. There's a lot of hydrogen sulfide, so it smells like rotten eggs. There's a lot of fluoride. Too much fluoride can actually mottle your teeth and turn them black.
Yeah.
We currently have Shive Hattery designing, we're hoping to put just a basic skid package plant to take care of everything but the hydrogen sulfide. Hydrogen sulfide you can airstrip, so basically you run it down through a column of media, you blow air up through it, and it'll break the hydrogen sulfide out of the water.
Yeah.
Once that's done, then we can treat it with different types of filters or different treatment processes. Reverse osmosis is probably overkill
that's
for
my
it.
field, yeah.
But
RO.
we don't do a whole lot of RO just because it's overkill for what we do. We don't have a need for it. It's high in energy intense, it's high in capital costs,
Right.
and a lot of places that do RO treatment for water, they actually split treat. So they'll treat part of it with RO and they just take some raw. So Ottawa, I used to live in Ottawa when I worked for IDOT. That's an example where when I lived there, the water was horrible.
Okay.
The anode rods in your water heaters had to be removed because the water was so corrosive. It would eat that anode rod, and in about 4 to 6 months, your water would smell like rotten eggs. They treat it with RO now, but they split treat it. So the RO takes everything out. I mean, you almost have distilled water coming out at the one end. They'll actually blend it back with raw well water and mix the two together. If you put just raw RO out into your system, that water is now reactive. Water wants to find its own neutrality. I mean, I know it's a neutral substance, right? Positive, negative, and all that, but because it's bipolar, water tends to try to leach things out. So hydrogen will try to pull things that are negatively charged, and the oxygen will pull things that are positively charged.
Yeah.
So if you have just distilled water, if you were to drink just distilled water, you would die over time. You would actually leach minerals out of your body as the water tries to become neutral again. And pH it might be neutral, but as far as chemically reactive, it's not. It would actually kill you over time if that's all you drank was distilled water.
Distilled water, yeah.
So even if we were to do an RO system or something out here, we're actually looking at a couple different medias that will strip out the remaining contaminants. But even if we were to use RO, we would have to actually blend it back in with the raw water to a certain degree just to make it non-reactive. But what we've done is we've had to add hydrant flushers, automatic hydrant flushers to keep the water circulating. Because not only do you see, I'll turn on this blue layer shows you what our customers are.
Oh, wow.
So there's a blue dot for every customer here.
Households?
Yep.
Okay.
Could be a house. In this particular case, it's going to be a house. There's no businesses per se out there. But
what are the empty boxes?
Those are where there's no home.
Okay.
So if you look at some of these longer cul-de-sacs, you'll see that we've got a really long cul-de-sac here. There's a couple of branches coming off of it, but there's only a few homes. There's all these homes haven't been built. These homes haven't been built. So the challenge is, how do you keep fresh water for people that are at the end of a dead-end line? The other problem is these people may only be there on the weekends. They may only be there in the summer. It's again, it's a recreational community. So this is just an example of one type of problem we might have with one of our systems.
That's why I call it the worst.
That's our worst. That's the worst.
Water.
The water itself is the worst tasting. I can't drink it. I won't drink it. It's that bad, and I don't normally say that. I'll drink water almost anywhere I go. I'm a little picky about it, but that water's awful. And even the towns around it, we had dinner or lunch at a restaurant around there. I had to drink pop. I couldn't drink the water.
Oh, wow.
You look at other systems that we have. This is a small system here called Willowbrook. It's northeast of here. Chicago's up off the map, and then we're down here.
Mm-hmm.
So here we have 3 wells that feed our system on the Illinois side. Illinois is not growing. Our state boundary with Indiana is right here.
Okay.
We actually provide water to Lake County, Indiana customers for Aqua Indiana.
Ah.
The way it works is they're a customer of ours. We bill them, and they write us a check for what water we give them. We do the same thing in state. Senator Terrace, for example, we have the water and wastewater.
Mm-hmm.
We need potable water at the water treatment wastewater plant. We actually bill our wastewater entity a water bill, and the wastewater entity pays that water bill for the wastewater plant.
Wow.
So it's just how businesses run and how things have to run.
Yeah.
But here's a system with different challenges. So there's no growth on the Illinois side. Growth is hitting on the Indiana side, but between Dyer, which is to the north, and St. John's, which is to the east, and we're limited in growth in what this system can expand on the east side. We don't have much storage. We have enough storage to handle normal flows, but with all these homes going in, people like to sod their yards. Heavy water usage in the summertime, this water tower will turn over sometimes 5 times a day.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of turnover, meaning if our well stopped working, we'd be out of water in very short order. So water quality is not a concern here, but water quantity is. So again, this is a different system, a different set of challenges. I'm working with Jim, the Indiana engineer.
Mm-hmm.
The reality is we should put another well on our side. We have 3. One of them isn't very good.
Mm-hmm.
If the water tower is full, the water that well produces actually drops. It's on the cusp of not working, I'll say. So we have a capacity issue. Those 2 wells that we do have, when we have these hot summer days, they will work 18 hours a day. So we're looking to put a 3rd well in because you always want redundancy. You want to be able to serve your customers with 1 unit, 1 well, 1 clarifier, 1 whatever out of service.
Controllable.
The other thing is storage, and I've been dealing with Jim on that, in that maybe the Indiana side put some ground storage in to shave off those peak days where we're turning.
Alright, so he's still in the introduction mode. Let's do some...
It's in a lot of homes that were built before 87. Customers are drinking the water. Shores. Again, this is just a little tiny system we purchased. But the fear was we ventured to help.
But I guess you already figured out what kind of industry this is, right?
So again, this is to be aware because Eric reports to him. I want him to know. So Craig is our president, and then Craig has a couple of reporting a good job. I'm not going to hire them again because they're women-owned. I look at it, not to get too consultants and contractors, because I look at it trying to get things changed, and
I could be a loner, but also stay open.
There was a transition period. The problem was James and I transitioned the dam over to me.
I could be a loner, but also
Route 50, the Harrison.
50.
Okay.
Yes.
You would have passed the city hall. So the courthouse is there at Court Street, which is why Court Street's called Court Street. Venture to help. So again, this is where I could do the meeting over the internet. 4x4 basin over the last 50 to 70 years was probably, with all the accumulation of debris and used lime and other chemicals and big factories, is based in unincorporated. So the position we're looking to fill would be mostly stationed around projects in the Kankakee and Will County areas.
So that's central.
Right.
Central.
Yeah.
Not to say that it's not like we're in silos that you or land.
He was still talking about the position.
He hasn't worked on a dam before. I had not worked on a dam. But the fear was we don't want to be on the news like Oroville. We don't like to.
When did you start?
Earlier this year.
All right. Nice.
So we're just
it's good job, man.
The treatment plant. It's 130 years old. Will be our limiting factor. The filters were the first. We have to spend it, but that's all we project. Maybe a certain phase of something. I might pick this. Okay, well, and I own a few shares of Aqua stock, so I can actually say I own part of a dam, and I'll make some visits down there, but not a whole lot. It's 45 minutes away. Consultants and contractors, because we can do that.
Okay, so all right, so I think that's about it. I didn't actually recall that this interview wasn't really a strictly formally interview, because now I remember now. So basically, this gentleman that I was talking to, that you guys hear from the recording, we had another interview back in the days on the phone. We talked a lot of technical stuff on the phone, and this face-to-face interview basically is just we communicating, we chatting, and then, you know, he led me to meet other people in the office, and it's basically, man, I would say pre-orientation. But after the interview, so this is what happened. They did extend an offer to me, but when they were asking about work authorization and all that stuff, you know, like I said, from my first early videos, I wasn't still not immigrated to the US. I was still in my working visa and all that. I could not make it happen, and the HR was really upset. And then I called this gentleman. Hey, look, man, I need some help with sponsorship and visa stuff. And he was like, well, I mean, it is what it is. I gotta do what I gotta do. I'll try to help you, but there's no guarantee. So that was it. I did got an offer though. I did have the offer, but they could not extend it to me. Okay, so that's what it is. So speaking of which, there's a couple things that I need to mention that I also promised you during the listening to the record stuff for this live stream that I need to share with you guys. So first of all, this is episode that I was talking about. Which one that is? Oh, the blooper. Yes, the blooper is right here. So this is the episode I was talking about.
Hey,
this is stop. So this is the job blooper interview since back in 2 years ago. Just search for Google interview record. Okay. So this is where I was talking about a worst interview ever. What happened, what I did, and that's the. I think I do have a recording. Let me see.
That's if that's a preferred way to do that, that's fine. Yeah, I sent her an email a couple of days ago, and this is just a follow-up call.
This is the same one. After the fact, the lady emailed me, whatever. Well, we rescheduled. Let's see.
And there was no one to say that's I don't like this interviewees.
All right, so okay. So in this episode, I didn't put that interview in, but okay, that's fine. And this is one of the blooper interview I was talking about. So you guys can go ahead and check it. Make sure you check it. And the second one I want to share with you, in related with today's live stream, is the successful the interview that I got. The interview that I got offered. The interview that I got offered. Here we go.
What is up, guys?
Okay, so this is my favorite job interview shortcut to job hacks. Okay, so in this one, I talk about which interview I got offer from, and what's my tips, pro and cons about those tips. Okay, the other one that I want to share is exactly the same interview recording where I put the recording in. Is this guy?
Welcome back.
Okay, so this is Rob. Top interview tip that helped me land the job you want. Tips for passing. Okay, so this is the interview.
Yeah.
The reason.
Do an inspection of the tanks because it's not working right, or hey, we want.
You heard that? Okay, so that's the same interview that I share, but today I share the whole thing. But in this episode, I did a little bit digested. I did a bit of analysis. I did a little bit autopsy on step by step. Why some of the question answer that I answered or provided were important to help me land job offer after this interview. So you guys go ahead and check, make sure you didn't miss anything on this. So, okay. Did you get that? This is what I always want to ask you guys after each of my episode. But it's been a fun journey, and it's been a long journey as well. I just want to make sure you guys understood, and you know, I want to have like 2 or 3 minutes question sessions. If anyone has ever asked questions on my live stream, let me check. Live stream, my channel. Let's see if anybody got anything for me. Okay, I gotta mute. If anyone, gotta mute it. Close. Let's see. Okay, no chat. Okay. Okay, so let me see if there's anything else I can share with you guys. We talk about the bloopers, long distance interview, and the interview that I landed offer. Okay, so I also share with you guys the blooper episode that I did in the past, and of course the job interview that landed me an offer in the past, and some other stuff. I believe on my channel. Okay. I think on my channel there's a, let me see, that's a very, very early year of my channel. I did, okay, how to bounce back after getting layoffs. No, I think one of the episodes I was talking about where I actually did get those interviews. Let's see. It's Good Old Days, right? Not this one. It's one of the really early ones. Let me see. Did I hide them? Interesting. Job search depression is real. How to overcome it? No. Oh, here we go. Yeah, yes. So this is where I talking about where I got those interviews. Well, mostly, but I did have some overseas ones. So here we go.
Look this. Hey, I'm gonna tell you it's gonna worth it.
Wow.
Okay, so this is the most unfamiliar map that I have in my life so far. Yeah, just kidding. This is the map of the United States. I got upper 49 states and Hawaii and Alaska, but unfortunately, I'm not gonna go over those 2 places because I never had an interview with them, never messed with them. I don't think there's a stamp demanding for stamp.
Let's see.
Major that I have, believe it or not. Yeah, that's what's up. Lick my.
Okay, I got
a very good interview.
Massachusetts.
Had
where else?
33 is in New York or New Jersey.
New York.
Area,
okay, that's where I got the French interview.
All kinds of interviews.
Penn State.
I can tell you later. Jersey, Connecticut, like I said.
Delaware.
Delaware.
I got someone in DC, North Carolina, Alabama.
All the way to North Carolina.
Yeah. Yeah, there's one actually in Alabama. I didn't post it, and also California.
Alabama.
Here we go. Texas, Illinois,
Alabama,
Illinois,
Louisiana, whatever.
Illinois was the one that I was talking about, right?
Alabama, yeah, one of. Also,
of course, Texas. Did I put okay? All right. So anyway, I didn't put California. I did actually have California. So that's very interesting. And anyway, I hope you guys like this live stream. We didn't have much audience today. I didn't get questions for my question and answer session, but if you guys have more questions, make sure you guys leave comment below. I'll pick up 2 to 3 comments from you guys and make sure I have a episode for those just as my free giveaway. But hey, if nothing else, If you like, make sure you like, subscribe, and share my videos and my live stream to someone who you think might be needed for my help. And I'll see you when I see you for the next episode or live stream. Peace out.